This year we proposed 3 women who are using what is usually considered craft or women's work. For example, Orly Ganger, with the piece I'm sitting on, is made out of nautical rope, which is a very sturdy material, but it's actually a crochet stitch. This piece is called Beefcake Lounge, and what it is, it's actually a chaise lounge that you can rest on, so it's functional, but it's also sculptural. And then she's also done the little sculptures on the wall that are cast. They're the same rope, but then she casts them in aluminum and bronze, and one is dipped in concrete. And then we have Alexis Marguerite Teplin, who's actually based in London. She's a painter and she makes sculpture. She also sews different aspects of her canvases. And then Lisanne Auerbach does knitting. So it's all of these artists who kind of come out of traditions of Louise Bourgeois, Anne Behess, or Rosemary Trockle. So it's kind of taking that to the next step. In terms of equality in the art world, it's come a long way, but that it needs to come further. Women artists do not make as much money. Their pieces are not as valued, and that's a real problem. That made me want to just add more women. You know what, I might not make any money, but this is what I believe in. These are the artists that I think are the best artists, and I think is really important.
My name is Laura Marciai. I have a gallery in Rio de Janeiro, and this is my second time in Miami, Basel. Ana Miguel's, his artworks are based on the memories from the childhood. She does installations, films and objects. Paulo Vivacqua is an artist that begins from the music. He starts to bring the sound to the objects, sound sculptures. He submits the form to the sounds. The art scene in Rio de Janeiro is in a very good moment because our tradition. We were since the beginning more linked to the constructivism. And I think in Rio, the most important is the environment. This impresses a lot in the works of the people there.
My name is Bauber. I work at the Frederick Schnitzer Gallery, but I'm also an artist that he represents as well. Fred has been in business for 40 years. A really, I think, important person in the art world in Miami. Fred has an array of artists, some from Miami, some from outside. Jose Badia, for instance, is a very prolific artist. He just had a solo exhibition at the Fowler Museum. Hernan Bass is also a very well-known artist who Fred started working with at 18 years old. A lot of the artists that we work with in Miami are interested in process, or the process of making art, that the actual tedious process of each work is very critical to the work. I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I went to elementary school in the middle of a black neighborhood, so I always hid from my heritage. I started shooting some Holocaust survivors, and it made me start to think about the Jews during the Holocaust, that they hid for survival, and a lot of the series started from that. Because of the infrastructure of the art world in Miami, artists are gallerists, gallerists are dealers, and because of that, I think a certain kind of artwork is produced there that isn't produced anywhere else. Because of Basel, we get the experience to have an international eye or international critic or collector or somebody give some academic stability to a scene that is still young and growing, So I think that's it.